Oh, then let me put on my. Hey, everybody. It is Dr. Angela Kenzslowe here. We are saying hello to everybody for our nightly decompression, which will start promptly in 5 minutes. So we're going to hang out a little bit and, well, now 4 minutes. But what I'm going to do real quick, if you don't mind, is share to my page because we're seeing this on HB's home base page, and I'd like to be able to share it with folks who I know as well, if that is okay. So I'm going to say decompress with us. And then hopefully now I'll be able to see some of the comments as well. Decompress. All right. So hopefully everyone's had a good day today. We're going to get into everything in about 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes here. Today, I'm just going to pick up a little bit on what we talked about last night. And I just kind of sat in gratefulness, and hopefully some folks did the same thing. It was just kind of nice just to sit and think about things that I was grateful for. I got some inboxes and some messages from people saying what they were grateful for. And so some folks said family, some people said life. And so it was just nice to be bombarded today with messages of gratefulness. I'm not seeing who is on here, so I can't say hello to you. So you'll have to write a comment so I can actually see the comment. HB is in the comments saying hello to you, but I'm not seeing anything as of yet. But we're going to go live, waiting for everyone to get in. We start promptly at 8 o'clock Arizona Pacific Standard Time and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What else? Gosh, so much is going on. I just feel good, you guys. I feel really good. We started this last week, 2 more minutes, and we're going to get started. We're going to bring on the wonderful, hi, Jerome. I see you there. We're also on YouTube if anyone wants to come in on YouTube. But I just feel good. I feel good that we're still in this space, that we're sharing this 15 minutes with one another on each evening. I'm going to try to stop saying ums. Got to make my junior college instructor proud of me again, because I used to be able to manage my ums. So, oh, that's HB saying, comma, my man. Hey, Ev, Dr. Burrell is in the house. Nice to see you. Today is going to be good. All right, about another minute and a half, and then we will get Mr. Branch on with us because he is the man of the hour. He is awesome and phenomenal. But as we're waiting for everyone to get on with us, just really start to think about, what are you grateful for? Did you take the time today to really just sit in gratefulness as things are continuing, right? As life is continuing, as we're experiencing what we're experiencing, but just taking a break because we have to focus on our self-care. All right, it's almost 8 o'clock. We've got less than 1 minute, and then I will be introducing our wonderful, wonderful, beautiful Mr. Branch, whose space this is with home base poetry open mic. As we all know, he started doing this quite a while ago, and at one point, home base was the largest open mic in the nation. And so I'm just so grateful and thankful to be able to share this platform with him. All right, I'm keep watching the time. If you see my eyes darting over there, my clock is right over there. And as soon as we hit 8 o'clock, everyone should be in, and then we will get started with introducing Mr. Branch. So Harold H.B. Branch III is the founder of Home Base Poetry and Branching Out Coaching and Training Services. He is a world-renowned speaker who has worked on the worldwide stage, talking about social issues that are plaguing society back then and all the way through today. He is a 25-year tenured poet. HB has presented in front of crowds as large as 12,000 people. He's an accomplished author, originally from Chicago's West Side, but now resides in Phoenix, Arizona with his beautiful, gorgeous, amazing, bright, and talented children, Quattro, and Ella. Welcome, HB.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Thank you for all that. You make me sound amazing.
Because you are.
To live up to it. As you said, we're excited. We do have this going live on YouTube right now. I'll put the link there. You can always go, and it's on my personal YouTube page, Harold Branch III. If you search that, and the third is just I. You search that, you can see it and be squared away. So,
right.
Dr. Kenzslowe, I see that you're in a great mood. I am as well.
I am. This has been really good.
It has been. This has been keeping me flowing, this is similar and on the same level with the meditation. So I'm very happy to have this on a nightly basis and to be connecting with so many beautiful people that are interested in just decompressing for the day so we could get back into the fight tomorrow.
Yes. The internet, it keeps going in and out. So if I keep doing this, it's because it's going in and out with what I can do. No worries. But I'll tell you, HB, so, that first night when I shared with everybody that I had to be authentic and genuine with myself, that, when I get home, I have to just kind of wash the day off. So today, I hopped in the shower, washed my hair, took off all makeup. I'm in house clothes. And the reason why I do that is because on that first day, I really had some dread with the thought that I had to still work at 8:00 at night. Right. And so to be authentic, I made that decision that no. And so to go from that being last Monday to this Tuesday, I'm like, all right, is it 7:45 yet for our pre-talk? We're going to get started right at 8:00. Like now this is energizing.
It is.
Because it's just nice.
Yeah, it really is. And to be able to contribute and about people that are enjoying it as well, it means a lot. It really does. And we're not going for perfection.
No.
We're going for warmth. We're going for connection.
We're handing the water to those running the marathon.
We're handing water to those who are running the marathon. Everyone I talk to understand, so many people a lot sharper than me, that this is different than any other time before. And what we're going to be able to do as far as changing society now is so important that we stick with this. This is a marathon and we have to keep moving forward. We have to demand what we want. I was speaking to someone the other day and let them know I've never seen such a high percentage of Black America absolutely fed up, no longer coddling and saying, I'm just done. We're just not doing it. And we don't have anything to lose. So let's drive this thing forward. We have momentum. So it's no reason to go back to anything less than what we want our children to have.
And things are changing, which makes me very hopeful.
Right.
To see things changing. I had a conversation with a dear friend of mine, a new dear friend of mine over the past year and a half now. You've actually met him. He was part of Valley Leadership in my class when you came to instruct. And he, I think politically we are polar different.
Yeah.
And we just had a really good conversation today. And the reason why he and I are able to have a good conversation and have differing views is because we know how to have differing views without being disrespectful.
Yeah, that's huge.
It's very huge. And so, but I know that's not what we're talking about tonight. So I don't want to take up all the time going down a rabbit hole. I think tonight we're talking about movement.
We are.
We are.
Movement. And we were just discussing what this means for us. And it means different things. But one thing that we do agree on is that being still mentally is important. We talk about that in meditation, but physically it's important to move. Yeah. Being still for too long physically can even just do damaging things to your health. And since COVID, many of us have been home much longer than we expect. We have been sitting a lot more than we're used to sitting. And so we have to move consciously at this point. We'll look up and we've been in the same space, in the same room, maybe didn't even get out of bed, just grabbed the computer and sat it on my lap. Lord knows I've written some great papers from my bed, with the laptop.
You should not be doing anything in your bed other than sleep and sex. Nothing else should happen in the bed but sleep and sex. I'm just giving you a tip for sleep hygiene. Just tip for sleep hygiene. Sleep and sex. Period. Nothing else.
Argue with sleep and sex. So there's that. So my point is, I should. That's my point. I'm with you.
I know. Right.
Shouldn't be doing that. And stick to the sleep and sex, everyone. So, you know, being able to move and what movement means, it means different things to different people.
Yeah.
And Angela, Dr. Angela, has a wonderful background and a wonderful story that I just really enjoy. So I know movement means something different to her. So I'm going to let her explain what movement is and what that undergrad degree look like.
So HB and I have these pre-conversations, so we kind of start talking about what we're going to talk about. And as we tonight started talking about what we're going to talk about, we realized that our thought of what movement, when we hear the words movement, that it means something totally different. And oftentimes with our pre-talks, we come to how are we going to agree on what we're saying? And tonight it was like, we're just going to share, because while we have different thoughts of what it means, we both agree and acknowledge that it's of benefit for whomever, but other people may think that it's different. So my undergraduate degree is theater. And for those of you who come from a theater background, when we hear movement, it means what does the body do when we're responding in some way, right? It helps us to gain control of our body, because in acting is not emotion, it's action, right? So if I know if I'm doing this, right, you think I'm having an emotion, because people who are sad and down sit like this. If I'm like this, I look alert. So the example that I gave to HB was in our movement class, the very first week, our instructor, our professor, David Barker, said that, hey, this is not therapy. And we're all looking around like, of course it's not therapy. Now, keep in mind, everyone who was in the class, male and female, had to wear a black unitard. So every nook, cranny of your body for the entire semester, we know everybody's body. You got something going on, we've seen it. So it's a very vulnerable space, and it's a safe space, right? And one of the exercises that we would do is where somebody would show you a picture, and then whatever that picture brings up for you, you walk around this black box space doing whatever movements come up and allow your body to release what you feel. And so I had showed HB this and then use that as an example. There was one picture, it will always stand out to me. And this picture, imagine my middle finger being up. I'm not going to do it because I don't know if we have minors watching, but imagine my middle finger being up, and I'm a young white woman with my middle finger up going.
Right.
That was the picture that I was to respond to. And it ended up being a very therapeutic class. Everyone at some point, and that's just one example of one exercise that we did, but everyone at some point in that class ended up doing snot crying, right? Wow. Because our body holds stuff, right? It's Absolutely. Natural for us to move. We don't teach babies. When we turn on the music, we turn on the radio. You see how old I am. You saw how I put that.
Is that how you do it?
Turn the radio. But when we turn on music, and babies start doing that little bounce and that clap, we don't teach them to do that. It's inherent in us to be able to move and to get whatever it is that we're feeling out.
Without a doubt.
So it doesn't have to be some choreographed dance, although that's amazing and wonderful as well. And I think that's where HB thinks of when we talk about movement.
I do think of dancing. I think of goofy dancing though. You know, to be a great dancer. As far as I was concerned, I always danced well enough to not garner attention. Because if you're one guy at the party that's not dancing at all, then everybody's paying attention to you like, what's wrong? So you got to do a little two-step, and then they be like, oh, okay. And then they don't pay more, right? But when it comes to being at home,
Mm-hmm.
all of us are just in our space. Man, let go. Like
Turn
really
the music on.
be goofy. I believe in being goofy and being goofy and connecting with that youthful spirit, connecting with just pure energy, just for the sake of doing it, right? You can either hear the right song, you could be in a good mood. Sometimes you look at
Mm-hmm.
it and like, just silly, just totally
Yep.
silly. You know what I mean? I think, or you dance around, ain't nobody else in the house and you dancing around
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And doing all these silly things, or you're acting stuff out, or you're mimicking something you saw on social media, but do it. Don't hold back. Be as silly as you want to be as goofy as you want to be, because the amount of people that get paid to dance is very small. So it don't matter who's better or worse than you, because they ain't getting paid to do it.
And
so
it just feels good. Oh,
it feels good. It just feels solid, right? It just feels good. It feels solid. The other part of movement that I think is, before I dive into the next one, but I would also include go and jump on your kid's bed, right? Go interrupt
don't
people.
break it.
Don't break the bed. Look, just interrupt people. I love just interrupting my kids. They on the phone or they with their friends. I just go lay in their bed and, push on them and grab on them and tug on them. And that connection and that touch in movement is everything. Touch is really the world. I worked with young people who were challenged, young people who had emotional, working through behavior and emotional things. And I know some of them who would start fights, who would do dangerous things, so that we would have to put them in a restraining hold. And that would be the only way they knew how to get hugs. That was their touch from an adult that was non-sexual, because they had been abused so long. They would rather be held down in a restraint. They would do that just to get that hug, just to get some kind of touch that wasn't abuse per se. Touch is mandatory.
It is.
Even our being home has been a struggle for a lot of people that live by themselves, right? So when you have that option, utilize it. But the other thing that's important is working out.
Right. That's movement. And what happens when we're working out? What happens when we're moving or we're feeling good, right? We're expending energy. One, when it feels good, we're getting some hormones that are going through our body that make us feel good. Sometimes we may not enjoy the actual working out, but it's that after effect, that hits that we're getting, right, from our brain, from the hormones that are being released. And right now I can't think very
endorphins.
Yeah, endorphins. Thank you.
Thanks, Kareem.
I got a brain book up here.
Somewhere. But you're right. Got them endorphins flowing, got that good energy flowing. Break a sweat. Try to break a sweat every day.
And then for people who may not be as physically able, that's okay. We're not saying that you have to go jump on somebody's bed. We're not saying that you have to get up and stand up and move, but just, rolling the neck.
Absolutely.
Getting the shoulders going, just moving what you can where it doesn't cause pain.
Absolutely.
So we have 1 minute, HB. I don't think that we're going to have time to breathe tonight.
Okay.
Just because of the time. But if everyone takes the time to breathe, did you think about what you were grateful for? We said we were going to circle back last night.
Absolutely. I am absolutely and completely and totally grateful for being able to play Fortnite with my daughter for the last 2 nights. We're bonding over Fortnite, and I don't know if it's unhealthy to be bonding over murdering other people in a video game, but it's working for us. And so that connection just, oh my God, it's the best thing that happened to me all year, is bonding with my baby girl. And we just getting it. We just getting it. Because I hear horror stories in the other direction. So she still wants to hang out with me. What about you?
I am grateful. I'm grateful for a couple of things. I'm grateful for my son and his family and the ability to stay connected. I'm grateful that they have not been economically challenged, because my son was already working from home. So for their family, for their household, it wasn't a difference of, oh, dad's home because he was already home.
Right.
And I'm also very grateful that my mother has a tablet where we're able to video chat because we haven't been able to see each other since April because of COVID, and she's high risk. And she lives in a building that's accommodating to older people who are also high risk. And so I'm very grateful that although I can't physically see her, that
Right.
I'm able to see her the same way that I'm seeing you right now. So we still get to touch base and stay connected.
That's wonderful. And I'm grateful for all of you all that's been tuning in and plugging in with us. And I see every day, I see 20, 30 people sharing it, the video, which is great.
Yeah.
I said we're on YouTube now as well. The link is in the comments somewhere. So it's even easier to share it from a YouTube link. We're going to be live on YouTube every night as well. I'm grateful for this movement.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to be alive and to be participating and a part of history changing. They are going to talk about this like they talked about the Martin Luther King marches in the 60s. They absolutely are. And those that are being hated now are going to be loved when the smoke clears, just like Dr. Martin Luther King, just like Malcolm X, again, his props, El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz, as he desired to be called by the end of his life. So we're grateful for you all. We love you all. And we're soldiers. We're warriors. And warriors, we do have to fight. This is who we are, but we also have to know how to heal. Never forget that. So thank you for allowing us to help with your daily healing process.
Yes. Continue to decompress, invite others, share. People can watch the replay if they're not able to make it at 8 o'clock Arizona time. And do remember that it is educational. It's not therapy. It can definitely be therapeutic.
And we'll be even doing more of this on June 28th with Dr. Evelyn as well. We're excited. So we'll be getting you promotions out for that. That's going to be a more expanded event, hour long or so, with even more Black psychologists involved. I'll be hosting. So it's going
to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So let's make sure that we're doing that as well. We love you all. We are over time by like 2-3 minutes. So we're going to rock and roll and let you go. We appreciate you. Much love.
Good night.